Well, with merchandise exports declining 1.7% last fiscal, Commerce Minister Anand Sharma had to walk the tightrope while he had to infuse a dose of stimulus to trigger a turnaround in the sector, but at the same time had the onerous task to stick to the budget sanctioned by Finance Minister P. Chidambaram. Ronojoy Banerjee and Akanksha Sethi tell us whether the fifth and final annual supplement to the current foreign trade policy before the next general elections lived up to the hype, or did it turn out to be a damp squib?
I think it's an ordinary announcement for me.
This is a sector which has a tremendous potential. I really need to think outside the box.
As far as engineering is concerned, it is a moderate kind of a FTP.
That's the feedback from leading export promotion councils for what could well be Anand Sharma's last ever foreign trade policy. But with a budgetary sanction of less than 1,700 crore rupees for the policy measures, Sharma had an onerous task ahead of him. Choosing to focus primarily on non-fiscal measures to boost trade, some of the key announcements today were harmonization of the EPCG scheme, extension of the 2% interest subvention scheme to include 134 subsectors of engineering and textiles up to March 2014. Apart from that, Sharma also added Norway and Venezuela under the Focus Market Scheme and the Special Focus Market Scheme, respectively. The incremental exports incentivization scheme that applies to overseas shipments to the US, EU and other parts of Asia has also now been extended till the end of the fiscal 2014. But the focus this year was, however, squarely on SEZs. While there was no announcement on MAT as widely speculated, he, however, spelled out some key reform measures that are likely to soothe SEZ developers. Sharma reduced the minimum land requirement for multi-product SEZs to 500 hectares from 1,000 hectares earlier, and for sector-specific SEZs to 50 hectares from 100 hectares earlier. Specifically for IT SEZs, he has replaced the criteria for minimum land requirement with minimum built-up area, apart from relaxing the built-up area to 1 lakh square feet for the 7 top cities. More importantly, for the first time the government has provided for an exit option, allowing sale of SEZ units. Sharma is hopeful that these steps will help in reducing the country's current account deficit.
I'm sure by increasing exports we'll be able to relieve some of the pressure both from the trade account deficit and the current account deficit.
Officials defended the projections.
I should assume a minimum of 10% should be easy if the same trend continues.
It's a bit of mix of measures which, while not big bang, could help to provide a marginal boost to Indian exports and helping cushion the current account deficit a wee little bit. In New Delhi, with Akanksha Sethi, this is Ronojoy Banerjee.